Hey, I know I always open this. I always open with this. It's great to see you.
Love you.
Man, Hey, so I was looking through this shit, right? Because I'm going to interrupt you because I've missed you.
I missed you. Go ahead.
July 18th, last year, was our first episode.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We just had a year?
Yeah.
We were so inconsistent.
There's a couple dead months, but...
proud of you. We did it. We did a year.
I came over every single time.
We were really good.
Every time.
We were doing twice a week.
Twice a
Isn't that
week?
crazy? We had nothing to talk about.
Yeah, those were we're definitely better now.
Hey, I was reading this Bill Burr quote, and he said, when it comes to podcasts, just do it by yourself so you don't have to ever rely on somebody. You know what I say to that? Fuck you, Bill Burr, because it's worth it.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, you know what, Bill? You're right.
I changed my mind at the very end.
You're like, yeah, fuck this guy.
I'll be supportive.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, it's great to see you.
Got this Naomi?
Yeah, we're drinking a little
Pinot
Naomi.
Noir?
Is it Pinot or Pinot?
Call Chris.
He'll tell me the vintage, the fucking grapes, the varietal.
You ever pay $20 for wine that's a twist off?
We just did. Not we. I didn't pay shit. But thank you. It's delicious. Hey, dude, it's great.
You brought a Smile and some Jewel Pods, so we're good.
Yeah, getting the Jewel Pods was interesting.
You said you were going to save it for the podcast. Go ahead.
Go now. Yeah, so I went to the gas station that you recommended, that you knew.
Yeah.
I go in there, and I walk in, and this lady is just fucking laying in to the cashiers.
Oh, great.
Just screaming. I walk into this shit, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" They wouldn't cash some. She wouldn't cash it, or they wouldn't cash her check, right? For one thing, the check when I walked in, I kind of saw it kind of looked sketch. I wouldn't have cashed it either.
Fair enough. But
man, she's just like, you know what bank this says? And they're like, yeah, we're just not gonna do it. Like,
we don't have to.
We don't have to. And the guy was like super polite about it, and she was like calling them assholes, and
she get racist.
I thought she was. She didn't. She didn't. I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Because it was about. I'm like, oh god.
Of course, it's the white lady.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. She looked like a Karen. And so I'm bracing for it. I'm like looking. I'm in there by Jewel Pods, but I'm in the back, cowering,
looking at the Gatorade.
I'm like, oh, ice blast. I've never had this, and I'm just listening. It goes on for like maybe 2 minutes. There's a line behind her, and I'm just like, I don't know how. I probably should have said something, been like, yo, this is just like.
Let's move on.
He already said no. I feel like our generation, the majority of our generation, would have been like, oh, okay, and then just like bounce. Like, all right, have a good day.
Or like, worst thing I would say, like, oh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, but like, no, it's not like their fault.
No.
Especially get a bank account. What the fuck?
Loser.
Fucking direct deposit that shit. I don't care if it's alimony.
Sunday.
Direct deposit that shit.
On Sunday?
It wasn't Sunday. It was on Friday. I needed it beforehand.
What time?
Early.
So she could have went to a bank.
Yeah. Oh, it was like around noon. It was around noon. And
damn, you were in Gas City and didn't swing by?
Where would I have swung by?
You could have came to my work?
No, so I came over to. I had to go. Listen.
I'm listening.
I thought Marion had a Target.
You really thought Marion had a Target?
I did.
You didn't Google it first?
Well, no.
You was like, oh, there's a Target there.
Well, yeah, but it was Meijer.
Muncie has a Target.
Muncie has a Target, yeah. So I went to Meijer instead.
What'd you get?
Meyer's soap
what day?
Friday. What kind? What day?
What time?
Damn.
Seriously, what time?
Like around noon.
We could have got fucking lunch, you piece of work, dude.
When's your lunch?
Anytime I want to take it.
Any? We're like, well,
a reasonable
only
time.
12:30 and 1.
I can't come in at 9 a.m. and be like, hey, I took my lunch.
Oh, true. Yeah, we could have.
That's really, whatever.
I stopped by Starbucks, and I spoke with Marissa. She told me a really funny story about you. because she's aware of you and our podcast.
Oh, and I'm just like super awkward every time I go in there?
No, you weren't awkward. That's what she said. She said you were like super funny.
What'd I say?
That you were like, aren't you guys proud of me? I used to get like coffee with cream and sugar, and now I just get like Americano or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and so that you said that to them. And they're like, yeah, we're really proud of you. It's like, well, now if only I could man up and quit crying. And you like walked out. Like that was it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny.
Thank you.
Man, and they said that they had a great time, and I'm like, yeah. Normally, I'm the funny one in the relationship, but that was funny. That was really funny. Yeah. So you have fans?
A couple.
Yeah.
Jeff and Cindy really want to come see me?
They do. They talk honestly. You know, I'm not a narcissist like you.
What? You're not. You're really not.
I'm not. But when they come in every Friday, which I really appreciate that. But they talk about you more than you and Danielle more than anything that they talk about.
That's really nice of them.
Yeah. Normally, how you usually flake on them for golfing.
Well, it's like 8 a.m. in Wabash.
Right? I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want to tell them that.
You can't go at 11, like.
Yeah. So this is how our conversation goes, right? I come in, or they come in, and I'm like, hey, hey guys, hi.
Is it still Long Island and Mondavi?
Yeah. Hey, we switched our Mandavia though. We don't do Mandavi anymore.
Okay.
We do Ravage. It's so much better.
Good.
Same
So
price
much
point, dude.
better.
It's so good.
Good.
Anyway, this is how the spiel goes. Politeness, and then he's like, so how's Brandon and Danielle? I'm like, fucking, you could have waited 30 seconds, ask how my dogs were first. You don't have to ask about me. Just ask about the dogs. They're
good, I
sensitive.
guess.
They're great. No. And then I'm like, yeah. I talk with Brandon every day, and Danielle maybe bi-weekly. Yeah, they're great. And they're like, you still do that podcast with them? Yeah, we haven't in a while, and I always blame you. always blame you.
I can get paid.
I'm like, he's fucking busy. So busy. And then he asks, have you and I been golfing? And I was like, no, he's busy. He's so busy.
You're so busy.
And then he asks if you're still doing stand-up, and I'm like, you need to fucking reach out to him. You miss him. Pardon
Bless you.
my goodness.
Why not just like text me, That's why I told him. He's like, I always want to see. I was like, just text me, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, you're missed.
They'll be ready. I hope they're ready for some like Dylan Hart 9/11 jokes.
I love Dylan.
I told it for the first time when.
How'd it go?
It went okay. I was going to open with it, but then the crowd of.
Yeah, please tell the joke.
Okay.
Because it's so good.
But real quick, I was going to open with it, but then the crowd was like 15 people in their mid-50s. And I know, but I'm purposely making fun of 9/11.
Great.
I know, but I was worried.
Okay.
It's different when you're up there.
And you see it.
Yeah.
And you see like people still wearing like never forget shit. And
Yeah. But then I made a couple like church jokes, and they laughed at that. So I was like, okay, I can bring in Dylan Hart.
I like how like that's your litmus test. Like, okay, I made some church jokes. Now we can really get into the big shit, the Dale Earnhardt stuff.
But
he has a joke
it
about
went
Dale Earnhardt and 9/11, and he interweaved them to where you would think that the punchline, is 9/11, right?
But it's not.
But it's not. It's like, hey, do you guys remember the day that like changed American history? And like, oh God, here comes a 9/11 joke, and then he hits you with.
We lost Dylan Hart.
We lost fucking Dale Earnhardt.
And then Shrek works into it, which is just a popular meme, so why not?
I'm amazed how popular Shrek still is.
Yeah, the reason I chose Shrek for that is I googled, because I wrote the joke up to 9/11, and then I was like, big movies of 2001, and then I saw the Shrek. So I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can get the fucking
that can correlate.
And then I knew, Smash Mouth.
Fuck, and they were just here.
And then I was just like, tragedies of 2001. I saw 20,000 people died in an earthquake in India. Oh fuck.
Yeah, think about like worldwide tragedies like that.
I saw that. I was like, there was
It's
only
like,
three
yeah, dude,
people.
that's so fucking. That's so many people,
So many people.
right?
It's like-
and then a few years later, do you remember the tsunami? That like Indonesia got
Yeah.
fucked.
Fuck,
Like
bad.
150 plus thousand people died.
And that was
Then
just
they
like-
made a movie.
People didn't give a fuck. If you
No,
look
people
up-
didn't give a fuck.
If,
But
if 150,000 Americans got wiped out in one sitting, people would
It's about to
flip.
happen.
Probably. How many people died in Katrina?
well, you know,
Not nearly that many.
Katrina's a subset because mostly of the people that were affected by Katrina were black and brown. So most people don't give a fuck about Katrina either.
Fair
It's
enough.
funny. Remember when Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't give a fuck about black people?
During that,
and then
yeah.
and then people are like, oh my god, how could Kanye say that? And you got Mike Myers, fucking Austin Powers, like looking at Kanye like, I can't believe you
That
just
was
said
the
that.
funniest
But I'm
thing.
like, dude,
I
fuck
love
yeah,
That was funny.
fuck yeah.
He was like, fuck, dude, I didn't want to be like, I was trying to raise some money.
Yeah, we're like, he's like, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You right. And then, no, but what I was saying that, like, we're going to have a massacre soon.
Who's coming?
Area 51.
The funny thing about that is I'm going to see Angels and Airwaves in Detroit on September 20th.
And then you're just,
No, but Tom
oh,
DeLonge.
fucking Tommy.
So I guarantee he's gonna like.
Do you think he'll even go? What if the
that's why-
concert's canceled? Because he's there.
That'd be wild. But Chance the Rapper has a show in Las Vegas, September 20th. I was thinking about this flying out there, maybe popping over to
Area.
area.
We don't call it 51 anymore. We just call it, let's go to the
first
area.
Name base, first name base for the base. No, dude, no, nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah, no. It's like a meme, and it's just like internet culture is so weird right now. I mean, it's always been weird, but I feel right now to the point where if it's getting to a degree where I feel like I need to like check myself out of it,
Yeah.
then I feel either I can't handle the culture or the culture is being so, it's like bigger than anything. It's crazy. I mean,
We've never been able to do anything like this.
When my dad is talking to me about Area 51 memes, I'm just like, oh.
This is where we're at.
And so,
The way we can. Oh, what's up, dog? The way we can like fucking reach out to people is it's like to get. There's what, 1 million people on a website. They're like, yeah, let's do it.
yeah. Well, I think now is like it's over 3.
3 million?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
And they interviewed the guy that started it. Did you see that video?
You like?
He almost biffed the Naruto. Right? Is it Naruto? Naruto. He almost. Did you watch it?
Watched it, dude.
Man, you need to watch
I
it.
never watched the cartoon.
Oh well, no, me either. Right?
Did you?
No, I never got into that shit. Yeah, all my friends were into Dragon Ball Z, and
I was super
and
into
I
Dragon
still couldn't get into Dragon Ball Z. I was into Pokemon as
Yeah,
a kid.
me too. But like Dragon Ball Z was super, dude.
I get it.
I used to
I
jerk
missed
off
out.
to
I missed
Dragon
out.
Ball Z.
What's that?
What? They'll be able to pick it out.
I'll listen. I'll listen.
I used to jerk off to Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, good. I thought that's what you said. Fucking Goku getting you.
Piccolo.
Yeah. So, I never got into the anime phase. I know some people are still in the anime phase. Live your life. You know, it's like what?
No, they're fucking weird.
Alright.
Nah, man, we're all a little weird, but that's weird. It's cool.
In the hierarchy of weirdness, I think that's pretty high. I mean,
It's just like, don't run like that.
yeah,
And you're good.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a correlation between people that really love anime and people that are so obsessed with Japanese culture. Like, true weeboos. True. They want to move to
Is that
Japan.
a fetish?
Yo, it's an extreme fetishization of the culture. I mean, it's like,
Dude, these guys are about to. There's never been a better time
to wipe out a
be-
bunch of weeboos.
No. There's never been a better time to be into that kind of weird anime shit, like the sex aspect of it, and have money and do some AI fucking.
Oh
virtual
yeah,
reality.
now I mean that's all they're doing.
And they're just.
It's all when people are like, "Hey, I have like what the fuck, an Oculus or what's the other one?" I don't know. I automatically assume you're just watching a bunch of VR porn, like hentai VR porn. Yeah, I'd try it.
I try it.
Yeah, yeah. And then you see pictures of like a fleshlight stuck into a couch.
Yeah.
And then like Chuck Norris is right on top, or The Rock.
They're just going at it.
Yeah.
You don't send me those ones.
Well, I can't send them to you anymore. You want to talk about that? Yeah. Yeah. My brother in arms, my true meme lord.
God.
I was thinking to myself, and this is no joke, that I'm not trying to be like over dramatic. It was Friday before work, and I hadn't heard from him, and then it went on the wayside because you came in, and that was a great surprise seeing you guys, and then Saturday, nothing. Didn't hear a fucking peep. And I'm just like spamming his Instagram with memes. Like just fucking unloading, because like that's what I do.
That's what we do, man.
That's what we do. It's like, yeah, we don't say any original thought. We just say it for the podcast in a month.
Yeah.
So the only way I can communicate is through memes. And so
It's been like that for
nothing.
over a
No
year.
likes, no returns, nothing. And then he texts me today. And I'm like, a text? Is this how far I've fallen in his world? I get a text, and all it said was like, fuck, what it says, like, hey, you coming or what? Are we still podcasting? I'm like, I haven't heard from you in 2 days, man. I didn't know what time we were doing this.
No, I said you working overtime. Or
Oh
what?
yeah, you working a double? You working a double? I'm like, no, I'm not. And then the only thing that I noticed was Danielle posting on her Instagram a video of Brandon dancing in the
see
fucking woods. No, it's gone now.
Great.
Remember, because it's 24 hours.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It's fucking gone. I looked. I was like recording. I was like, I miss him so much. Yeah, he's dancing and they're like floating and they're in some forest. And I was like, maybe that's why he hasn't talked to me. Because, when he talks to me, I'm just unloading a lot of friendship right here. When he talks to me, he's usually like in a pretty good, either like at work or at home. But when he's out with like other friends, I don't get fucking anything. And I'm like, oh, he's just with his real friends.
Dude, don't do this.
So I've like tried to like get relationships renewed outside of just you and I.
I know,
And this is like some therapy. Here we go. Dad and I have been golfing, and it's been great.
It's fucked up. I want to golf. Narcissist.
Yeah. I really need new grips though.
So
It's
bad.
So bad.
Like,
I'm like, oh
I was
my
like,
god.
dude, spit, like, get fucking.
I'm about to just like medical tape all these.
Dude,
I still.
it's like $100.
Oh,
Get it together.
Is it?
to
Only
re-grip?
Yeah.
It's way.
What
yeah.
about to extend? I need to extend.
No, you're playing really well. Like, no, you don't.
Okay, great.
What did you shoot? Like 12 over?
Well, so I went Monday and Tuesday. Monday, the front 9 at Blackbird, I shot like a 46 and the 47. No. I lied. That was what I shot the second day. The first day, I shot a 49. For the first time golfing in almost 2 years, I'd say
Yeah.
that's pretty good. And then, not 2, a year, because we went
once.
once last year. That's when.
Looking like the same for this year.
And so, the first 9 on the first day I shot 49. The back 9 I shot a 44, and then the second day I shot a 45, and then the back 9 I shot a 43. Yeah.
Great.
So I bought a new driver.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent like almost $600 on it, but I had gift cards. I didn't spend $600 of my own money. I had two Christmases worth of gift cards to get this driver. So I went up to Fort Wayne and got fitted for this driver, and I was hitting into like a fucking like a screen that would tell you how fast you were hitting, the ball speed.
It was great.
I was like crushing him. So what he did, or I have his card. He was a great guy. He is in college up at Fort Wayne, and he's on the golf team, and he's a lefty too. So it was like we bonded.
Yeah.
We bonded. He's like, hey, you're doing this wrong, and I was like, how do you know? He's like, well, I'm a collegiate golfer. I was like, ugh. So I was like, teach me, bro. I'll buy some Vietnamese food for you. So he brought out 6 drivers, and they were from Callaway to Big Bertha to et cetera, Titleist, whatever. And he's just like, okay, I'm not going to tell you how much these are. I just want you to maybe go from 6 to 3 and then 3 to 1. And it honestly felt like I was swinging nothing, and I was just like hooking the fuck out of those. And then so I brought it down to 3, and then I brought it down to, I'm like, this is my favorite driver. He's like, man, that is the most expensive one on here. I was like, great, but it's great. It's a great driver, and
You're crushing it.
the first swing that we were recorded up there. This is even before going golfing or any driving range. I hit it and went 330 yards.
Fucking hell.
And he's just like, I was like, yeah, I haven't been out this year. He's like, you haven't been out this year. And I was like, yeah.
Hey, man.
And so the first drive at the front 9 on Monday, I drove the green. And that's a par 4.
Would you birdie it?
Nope.
Hard.
Bogey.
You bogey?
Well, dude, it's so like, it's easy. It's easiest for me to gain back the driving ability. It's harder to get the touch of chip and putting. So yeah.
Yeah, because when you're driving, you're just smacking.
Yeah, I'm hitting the dick off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I want to swing, but there's a little bit more finesse when in feeling. So
Let's go
we're going Monday. Dad and I, if you want to come
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
What time?
Yeah. It'll be after he gets off work, so it'll be probably after you get off work. It'll be in the evening, like 4:30, 5:30.
I could be there like 5:15.
Okay, I'll let him know. Yeah, like 18.
If
Dude,
you're in 18 or 9?
18. We can do 9 if you want.
We'll see. I'll text you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting Instagram back literally just to talk to you, dude. I don't think you ever told them that the whole point of your spiel was that I deleted my Instagram.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah, so anyway, that makes a whole lot of sense. He deleted his Instagram, so I'm sending him all this shit, right? And nothing in return, and it's just not there anymore. It's there. He's just not on it.
Yeah, I just deleted it off my phone. I didn't delete the whole thing.
Yeah. You have clout on there. You have followers. You can't do that.
Can't delete that.
So why?
I'm addicted to my phone. Like, to the point where up until the day I deleted it, I'd be like sitting at work and I'd be like, I'd look at my phone, check something, put it down, be like, all right, I'm going to write some jokes. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fucking write. And then just before I know it, without even like actually doing it, I'm on Facebook again.
You're realizing that you're back.
I'm like, how the fuck did I just took it out of my pocket? Like, and it just constantly. And then I started fucking like a couple times arguing with people and shit, and I was just like, you are everything you hate.
You've turned into your own worst enemy. What were you arguing about? I missed that.
Oh, dude, just a couple different like political bullshit that I have no business.
No, you do.
Talking, but it's just like, I know I'm not gonna change anybody's mind, and it's so.
Dude,
dumb.
I totally feel that way. I have zero emotional like strength to, because it's not even a debate anymore, right?
No.
If you're over 25 or under 20, honestly, if you're over 21 and this is your viewpoint in life, I don't want to say that you're wrong, that you can't change, because you totally can, but it's not my prerogative to make you change.
No.
And I'll just be like, listen, you're wrong.
Because everything that I would argue,
Read a fucking book.
It's not-
Jesus Christ.
it's not even like, yeah, to that extent too, but like a lot of things that I would argue are just like moral issues, not even a political thing. It's like, dude, you're talking about, I mean, it's always about like some ICE bullshit or like,
Oh, great. Oh, great.
know.
Great.
So it's always just like, hey man, what you're saying, like I could potentially see your point from a political standpoint, or like, not that I would ever agree with it, but I could at least see what you're saying. But when you're talking about taking kids away from their families, and when you hear the stories of people that get out and what they went through and how horrible of a situation it is, it's like, no, man, now you're talking at a fucking, like, just being a decent-hearted human being. And
It's hard when, like, you've invested what you feel is correct, and you've invested so much of your own personal, like, autonomy and authority into it, that it's hard. It's going to be harder for you to like knock that pride back a bit and be like, oh, sorry, I was wrong. So it's like, it's easier just to like fucking
going.
floor the gas pedal and just
I used
like
to be that
talking
way.
like rhetoric
so
and
bad.
yeah, me too. Honestly, going on Facebook, back to Facebook, you can always see like your memories, right? And the shit that I posted back then, I'm just like, I would beat the fuck out of my own ass.
Dude, so stupid.
I'm like,
Dude, I think back on my life, and there's just so many things. I don't understand. Being who I am now, it's just like, what? You're really not that person anymore.
No.
Like, it's the same body, but that's not.
Yeah, you're different. It's similar to like what I mean. I was at home last night when I got off work, and I was thinking to myself, like, my core group of friends that I speak with on a daily, weekly basis that we just talk. I'm so thankful now that I have. It's almost zero problematic people in my life that are very close to me in a friend capacity. Now,
Yeah.
I mean family.
Like drama, is that what you mean?
No, like almost even thought perspective of
Similar thoughts?
not even like, it doesn't need to be like no it doesn't no it's not even about that. It's not even like similar thoughts. It's just almost what you were saying earlier. It's like being decent and not saying things that like maybe back when Louis C.K. was dropping the N-word doing live stand-up and we'd recreate it thinking like, oh well, this guy can do it, so we can do it.
Yeah.
It's just like things like that. It's like growing in the same sort of way. Which there are friends that I used to be like super best friends with that haven't, and when I look at the common denominator, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
So, it's easier to just kind of like maneuver through this hellscape of life under capitalism to. You know what's great? You have to work to prove that you have like some sort of like respect in this world.
Dude, what job you have?
It's like always the first question in small talk, right? Like, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, what do I do for a living?
That means nothing.
It doesn't.
God, dude, that's so funny. That's such a good point. It's always like, oh my God. Oh my man. Yeah, I work in a factory. Dropped out of college. Thanks for asking. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no easy way to put it, and then it makes you feel guilty. But you shouldn't feel guilty about like your own personal time and like happiness, because you know, who the fuck cares? So when people are like doing small talk like that, I'm like,
I hate
small talk.
fucking hate small talk.
And I don't even care if you want to get like deep into things. Like, I don't need that sort of like, oh, every interaction that I have with a person needs to be like groundbreaking and like jarring to my core. But can we just be like, hey, how you doing? Great. Perfect.
Especially, dude, yeah.
That's a small talk that I enjoy. But when it's like, hey, what do you do? Like, are you like, you know, do you have a family? Do you have kids? Do you like, no, man.
All those
and it's just like, it's like a social ranking.
Yep.
Right?
100%. Like, let's see.
It's like, let's fit in this mold that's created stems from owning black people.
Going so deep, dude.
It is though. Like, I mean, like when there's, oh my God, there's so many people that might be genuinely good, but you can't be fully genuinely good.
I don't think anybody's fully genuinely good.
No, because that is, I would say you're right. That's perspective. You know, it's like what one person thinks can be good is. But I think when you operate in a sense of you're valuing the other person based on their commodities of what they can provide to like a bigger good. Commodities is the same as like, are you good or not? Commodities is like, your commodity based on my commodity could be completely different. Like, what you spend your money on is like, I don't give a fuck. I just truly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting any younger, that's for sure. And
You're getting handsomer.
I would say that I'm aging like this great Naomi Twist off.
It's so good. Vintage 2017.
That was a great year. So there's just a lot of things that just in layman's terms bum me out, and I feel it so deep in a lot of things that I would say that the depression that I've felt and then the sadness that I have felt have not there's some parts of that have been my own doing and my own feeling and my genuine feeling from day to day. But a lot of that is like what is placed in this world that I have no control over. That is just like constant repetition of these like values that exist that I feel like I'm not a part of.
Because we're not programmed to live the life we live. I think that's a big part of it is we've built this society with all of these, like, I don't know, what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be, that it's not organic, it's not real. And then the ones, you know, us fucking woke folk, we realize that that's just like not it, and we see the bullshit and it bums us out.
Yeah, like go on any sort of like when people are talking about there. It's been a huge debate as of late. They're cutting funding to, is it still HIPAA? But it's the food stamp program. They're cutting more funding, and so if you go to like any sort of like, if it's a news corporation that's posting that on like a social media platform, and you read the comments, I feel like I'm a fucking alien.
Oh, I know.
And when people are saying that they're like telling people what they should and shouldn't buy with the little money that they have. It's already fucking hard to make money in this. It is, and I don't.
If you want Doritos, get fucking Doritos.
Right? It's like fuck you, man. It's like okay, so maybe Doritos to this family is what you would be like going out to eat in a nice restaurant. There's variables of that. It's like, oh, yeah, you see this person using a food stamp card to buy like maybe some Coke or Doritos or snacks. Fuck you for like giving a shit, because like maybe that is their own miniature escapism of this shit reality that we live in.
You know what I saw?
I don't want to hear it. Ding dongs being purchased?
No.
Debbie's?
I saw this motherfucker at the goddamn gas station buy Little Debbie's, 2 Gatorades, 3 bags of Doritos, and listen to this, with his own goddamn money, he bought a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, fuck him.
And some goddamn Swisher Sweets.
Swishers. You know what that boy doing?
Hell, he might even got some lottery tickets. I don't support that.
Yeah.
But hell. I support this war.
I support this war machine continuously going.
If you're not, which I don't even, I really don't. I say it and then I get mad at myself after I say it. Like, I do not identify myself as a liberal.
Oh, me either.
I don't define myself as any political party.
No.
No. But I mean, obviously, if people are like, well, no, man, come on, tell me, like, what?
Like, if you're twisting my arm to be like, oh, well, if it's only these two things, are you conservative or liberal? Well, if I have to, I'll have to say liberal, but I don't identify that. Yeah, for sure, because liberals are the exact same as conservatives, but just on a different spectrum.
Yep.
And and I've talked about this in prior podcasts. You know, if a conservative is racist, you know that they're racist, and they know that, and they know what they're saying has problematic tone. A liberal, when they're racist, they have no idea, and what they're thinking, they have no idea.
Dude, it blows my mind.
And I'm just like,
your amount of trying not to be racist.
It's like because yeah, right. It's like
you're trying so hard to not be racist. It's pretty racist.
Oh my God. Yeah, at least with like fucking.
They're direct.
Uncle Terry with his, with his Southern Pride flag.
Stop by this towel head.
Yeah, at least they'll say, like, oh, okay, great, you're racist. And then you get, like, the other end of that be like, it's so diluted in their brain, and they come across that. It's like, I'd much rather deal with the person that's, like, at least you can tell immediately. Yeah. And then they'll say some, like, sly shit about, I don't know, about, like, minorities or even the phrasing of the word ghetto, right? They in their head they've heard it so much that the ghetto is where black and brown and impoverished white people of all other races exist. And so they'll be like, oh, that's so ghetto. I'm like, do you realize what you're saying? And it's not. Fuck, we're diving deep. It's not even like we created those ghettos. Fuck, man. Like, we did that. We did that. We made that. We made that happen. You gentrify a community so much that you raise the rent 8 times in 3 years. that you're gonna get people that can afford that. Then you're gonna get like
We're gonna put two.
then we're gonna get our artisanal fucking artisanal plant shops and fucking cake bake shops for like dog food. That's like $30 a cake for your dog.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's going on in this world?
Yeah. No, for real.
That's
why I like Shameless a lot. They fucking hit that hard.
Oh yeah, Shameless is great. Shameless
They really,
is great.
really attack
I've never
that.
seen it, but it's great.
Well, they.
I'm kidding.
You've seen it.
I haven't seen Shameless. I'm aware of it being Chicago, and they hit
Well,
that.
they attack that really hard, like with them living in the South Side, and they start to like try and put in like Starbucks and Pilates classes and shit, and then they just like destroy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like that Shameless family goes and like breaks all the windows and like tries to let them know like don't fuck with me. You know.
Yeah, it's like their own. When people like say that there's such a high crime rate or there's like vandalism and let's say a non-violent crime in
Right.
in sort of let's quote unquote ghettos. The non-violent crime is like almost like an act of resistance to things that they should have control over, but they don't. It's like these people, these corporations and people with money are coming in. It's like, well, fuck yeah, I'd break some fucking windows. I'd be pissed too. My rent just jumped $300 because there is now a coffee shop at the end of the corner. Like that shit's real. I'm not trying to be like
But nobody talks about
hyperbolic. I'm not
No,
trying to like
it's very-
move this shit up. This is what happens. This
There's
is
a
like
cause and effect for everything. It's not like everybody's out here just acting crazy.
this is like 101. Let's get the poor gentrified people out.
Fuck.
It's so I mentioned Cincinnati. Cincinnati is still like this. Like you drive down that one, I forget what street it is. I don't know if it's Vine, but Bogarts is on there. Bogarts is a big concert venue in Cincinnati. It's like literally like you look and you're like, wow, you can tell this is where it happened. Like, and this is where it's still going on. But man,
And then for those crimes, you can
the
just,
punishments are so much more severe.
It's crazy how people can just be like, "Yep, what you just did right there is worth this many years of your life." That's what it comes down to. Is it's like you did this,
You vandalized this property.
so we're gonna take this many years off your life,
Yeah.
and that's for any crime. I don't care. Like you get caught with a bunch of drugs, it's your third strike. That is worth this many years of your life.
Oh, third strike. Ooh. If you're a 3-strike state, you're fucked. And that's fucked up. It's fucked up to think about that.
I understand suicide. Like, people that it's so crazy that this. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It blows my mind, and it's not that I feel like I'm so smart for it. It's just I can. It's not even a knowledge thing.
It's
like,
no.
I feel
It's
it.
it's not even. Yeah.
I can
It's
feel how fucked up it is.
and this isn't like you and I both aren't trying to like go against the grain to be going against the grain alone. There are definitive things that we've seen and we've grown up with, and you probably way more than me. The only reason that I feel like I know more now than what I did was the person I was with at the time was really into it, and like I read a bunch of books and.
Because
I mean,
you
when you-
definitely had it would have been a lot easier for you to just come out to be some racist redneck.
Oh my God!
It would have been so.
And it would have been easier.
It would have been so easy.
And I probably would be happy. Honestly, I probably would be happy.
Yeah.
My anger would be projected way more outwards instead of inward
Yeah.
to my own
100%.
self.
You'd be complaining at Applebee's.
Oh my God! This $1 margarita tastes like shit.
Oh, damn it. I know.
What's in this? Mixer. And maybe like a half
don't-
ounce of tequila.
We don't deserve to make it much longer as a species.
Oh, we're not. We're not. I can tell. I mean, we don't deserve it. So when people are like, we need to like get renewable energy, which is great. Sure.
Brittany Consult.
Oh my God.
It's
It says your
Australian.
name like that?
It says it's Australian, so she says it like that.
So, how is that like a thing?
Yeah, you
When
can
someone
change it.
calls and they say that it says the name on it.
Yeah, you can make it. You can make your voice like Japanese. You can make your voice like
No, like, but
Irish.
like, if you call, it doesn't say Brandon Koontz.
Oh, you can change that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the age gap. How old are you again?
26.
Man, you know so much about
You're 30.
tech. One.
You be 32 when?
March.
Oh, you're 31. So what?
No, I feel great.
You are great.
Thank you. I needed to hear that. I need affirmation every day. Every day from different people.
Why not
Just
me?
attention.
What is it worse that I'm aware of my narcissism?
No. No. God, no.
It's way better.
Oh my, 100% better.
Okay, great.
100% better. Because at least you're aware, right? And at least, and I okay. Narcissism, for me, is like a very interesting thing. Only because I feel narcissism has such a negative connotation to it. And I think in a true, like, maybe like chaotic, evil narcissist, that
That's not great.
you care about other people. This world isn't directly revolving around you. When you say things like, it's not, it's not, but you know that too. I think
But
deep
the
down,
things I say sometimes.
but the things you say, and it's funny when you'll bring it up. I mean, when we were talking about, I told him that I went golfing, and he's like, "Yo, I'm really trying hard to be happy for you, but I'm upset that you didn't go with me."
Yeah, at least I'm aware of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I used to not be.
yeah.
I used to just be like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
you
is
get
that?
so. I'm like,
You didn't make that about me? Dude, I've lost friendships over that. Like, why am I not
Fuck
included
him.
in that?
Fuck him. Who needs friends?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't lost friends. I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm sitting right in front of you, boy.
I love you.
I love you.
No, dude, I enjoy the friends I do have. It's getting harder to do the sad boy routine. Just joking.
It's not a routine, dude.
I know, it's a joke.
life.
That was the joke.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do the sad boy routine when you realize that it's not a routine and it's actually real, and then people are looking at you like they think it's a routine. Like, I'm not being sad and dramatic for like cute purposes. Like this isn't like like a turn on for people.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not being sad for anybody else. Sorry. I'm just genuinely not
I didn't
happy.
choose for my dick not to work. Like, sorry.
Fucking taking nitro pills every goddamn day
I've drank 3 Nosses just trying to get something going.
to feel alive. Yeah, when people say that, it's like there's like different types of people wanting to fix whatever it is that they see in the other person, right? So it's like if for example, if you being sad, they want to fix that, but they're coming across fixing it for their own personal benefit. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe not everybody. That's a very broad statement, but I want to say that it's easy to notice the people that are like, you're sad, so let me fix it so I don't have to deal with it, and so it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
That's so
Isn't that
fucking
fucked?
real.
Right?
God, I'm so glad I'm your friend.
It's,
Oh my God.
It's let's
I've been guilty of that too.
let's not be sad because it puts me in a really awkward position and makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that's you can't operate from that way for someone that's like maybe truly genuinely depressed and you have it's seeing as I've just recently experienced this. It's like,
Oh, is that what the push away was? Yeah, you kind of filled me in a little bit on that. Okay.
when like maybe one of the first times them saying, I don't think you're as sad as you lead on. Oh yeah. Great.
What do you even say to
I know,
that?
right? Like it's still like I think about that and I'm not mad about that because I know what exists is maybe something that doesn't exist in that person, right?
Right.
It's like they're trying to grasp whatever to make sense for them, and so the only thing that they can think of is like, well, okay, so we see you at work and you're dealing with customers, but that's not how I am at work,
Right.
right? You know,
Yeah.
like that's not how I am. That is a complete 100% front, and if And so they see that.
What, you're supposed to just like vomit out sadness 24/7. You're not supposed to be able to like put a mask on.
Yeah.
It's always like it's
That's what my life is. Majority a mask. Majora's Mask. Damn. So
tattoo that.
yeah.
Majora's Mask.
And so the people that see me for me, that I feel like I'm comfortable enough to display that. Yeah, there's some shit that you're gonna have to just kind of be okay with, and it's not okay.
Fine. But I'm glad. Look, thanks for telling me now, though.
Exactly, 100%, and that was it. And I was just like,
Cool.
okay,
Fine.
check. All right.
I'm glad that we got that out of the
Yeah,
way.
and then we'll save that. We'll save the rest of this.
Okay. I'm excited to hear.
And so, but to try to like fix someone for your own personal benefit, and what you said that you do the same thing.
I have, yeah.
No. Yeah, that's what I meant. You
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I don't feel like you do that
Right.
now. Like you're not being like.
This
You're
was like-
not with that with me. But I would say I did the same thing with my previous relationship.
Because it gets to,
Because like for one thing, being long distance, and then them expressing so much like sadness, like true sadness, true depression, and you're doing your best, and they're coming to you because you're like in that moment, in that direct moment, you're that lifeline that kind of brings them out of like whatever stormy shit that they're going through. That's on twofold. That's unfair to you because you shouldn't be their only source of reconciliation, of like being
it can-
grounded,
yeah, it can
because that wears you out.
Yep.
On the other side, I'm like, I can't fix this for you, and then you're feeling that you're not good enough, and then you're also feeling that why should this be happening now when I felt like everything was great.
and you're also going through your own shit.
And you're going through your own shit. And the third thing would be that, and now I would never say that I feel like someone's not as sad as they lead on,
Right.
but I would say that you're making my life harder. You're making me feel worse for you. And that being extremely selfish way to think. So I'm trying to fix her on the sense of so I cannot feel these feelings with you, which is that's so shitty. That's one of the things, like that's a huge thing I regret about my previous relationship was that I wasn't, and that's a lot of emotional learning that you need to go through. And
Were you aware?
No, at the time, no awareness. And so when she brought that up to me, I'm like, it's like spotlight against the wall, like you're being thrown under it, and I'm like, and then you want to like because you don't understand it at the time, but they're coming at you with like such like knowledge about that. I'm feeling I have the audacity to say you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Did you go into denial?
Oh, 100%. It's like that 5-step. It's like I'm denying that I did this.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, right. And then when you like when things are way gone and way too late to like reconcile at that time, like we've talked about it since then. Yeah, that's such a shitty thing that I did when someone was like genuinely like needing care and like love to me, make it about me. That's so shitty. That's so bad, and that's a huge regret that I have, and
That's all, we have to put up enough.
yeah. But I've come to grips with that, and I've also come to grips that I'm glad that I feel like I've grown from that, right?
Oh yeah.
So now being on the other end of that, of not being the person that is being.
Now it's
I feel it from their perspective. I'm like,
sting.
It definitely has a sting to it.
No, I know. Yeah, I feel that.
And so it's good that things ended the way that they did.
Have you been in contact at all?
Yeah, but there's yeah, we'll talk about that. Because I'm
Pile
pretty.
explosion.
because I'm pretty sure that they are aware of this podcast.
Good friends, followers.
Like, share, subscribe.
Did you like that when I did post that stand up I did? I put it on the Life's Hard page. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like brings
Yeah.
you into it too. Like you're a part of that.
Well,
You weren't there, but you're a part of it.
Can you be honest with me real quick? Only because I kind of need it right now.
Sure.
Do you genuinely like the shit that I write about
Yes.
like
Because what I like about it is
because I'll tell you something real quick.
real quick, and then I'm gonna talk.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been talking. I'm so sorry for the people that listen the last 10 minutes. It's the same way for me writing a song. It's the same thing of writing material for stand-up.
People compare the two all the time.
And so, I will say, I've played music for 16 years now. I've never been really good at writing a song. I've written really good riffs. I've written really good like choruses, verses. Never something that I felt like cohesively as a whole was good. However, after the second time writing a stand-up bit, I felt like okay, like that felt good.
Yeah, because it was you. And what I like about your material is it's not just here's the setup, here's the punch. It's like you articulate it, and I like that you said it like coincides with music because you bring it in to where it's like the fucking chili, dude. Like to loop that in, I don't know. It's more than just like a joke. Like some people aren't gonna get that, and that's what I like about it is because it's like it's a smart fucking joke, and it's not just like here's my fart, it stinks. Like
Please laugh.
Yeah, you know what I
Please
mean.
laugh.
Like here's my boner. Like no, I like it. Yes, I want you to do it.
Okay.
Come on.
I want to. I really do.
Because comedians are gonna get that.
Yeah, but I'm being like, because I didn't tell you this when I was writing it. When I was writing it, it felt like, for one thing, that joke that you were talking about, I literally woke up and wrote that. I woke up and just hammered it all out, and I felt really good about it. And and the funny thing is, when I still read, I go through it, I'm like, this is funny. Like I still like it.
Yep.
And I never felt that way about music. I would listen to it and I'd be like, okay, then I like it. I don't like this part.
Yeah.
I don't like this part. I fucking hate it. And so going through it, I see where there could be rooms for improvement, but I never felt that way with music. And so maybe like, and I get what you're saying now about how like this style of like I'm not saying that the joke is complex. I'm saying that it's
complex.
It's nuanced in the sense that it could be if you take the bits and pieces and maybe like throw it against the wall of like how a song, how it looks visually, how like there's an intro, verse, chorus, and then interlude, and then it brings it all back in.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I've just been missing.
I think so.
But I have material that I've been writing, that I'll send to you. But
Please do.
it honestly, it all feels good, and it feels like I'm not like obviously I get like inspiration from you of doing so, of writing it.
Good.
But I also get inspiration from the shit that you send me, because it's honestly it's so good. And I'm to the point now where people that are aware of you and like of the podcast and of our friendship, they'll ask what you've been up to, and I'll be like, he's doing stand up. And at the beginning, when people were like, oh, so is he funny? I'll be like, yeah, he's like hilarious. And now when people ask me that, I get defensive. Like, how could he not be? It's fucking, and it's like, it's amazing. And they're just like, easy.
You don't
because it's
see-
such a genuine thing to ask. Like, oh, like, are they funny? Like, for one thing, are they funny is just such a broad, like,
Yeah.
are they funny? Like, what does that mean?
What's your sense of humor?
Yeah. Like, do you like,
Being
like, if so, I got a show for you. I'm like, yeah, it's like, the thing I like about it, and about comics that I gravitate towards, and even people that do podcasts that I gravitate towards, it's people that are extremely genuine.
Right.
I've never felt I think it's funny, but I like a stand-up bit. But if I don't feel that it's like something that they personally like genuinely feel, because I could tell a joke about something that I don't give a fuck about, and I feel like you're missing that human experience, interaction,
The connection.
and so. And I can always tell when someone's like telling a joke that is like they feel it, like they felt it, they are genuine about it. And so when everything that you send me and everything that you post, I know that it's true and it's genuine. And I feel like if I didn't know you, I would still know that.
Right. Hopefully.
Because it's like, well, fuck, he's been through it, son. I can tell.
Is he making all that shit about his mom?
Nope. That's a great bit.
Did you?
That's a great
Did I
bit.
send you the video?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's a great bit.
Thank you.
And it's hard. It's a hard bit because like you're if you break it down, and that's the beauty of it.
If you break it
If you break it down, the shit that happened is so fucked. It's so fucked up. And we should probably post it. Honestly, if you have your written like part of that joke, I
Yeah.
think you do because you sent it to
Yeah,
me as well.
yeah.
You need to post it so people can read what the joke, how it unfolds,
not this
and so they can see like in fucking writing of like, oh, just getting drunk with my mom, doing drugs with my mom, her throwing scissors from my mom at my face. But you like how you word it is funny, and
Thank you.
it's great.
I gotta wait for
Honestly, like it's stand up that I really enjoy anyway because like you're my best friend. And,
buddy.
But it's stand up that, like I said, if I didn't know you, I'd still really enjoy.
Good. I appreciate that. That's what I'm trying to do. I should probably wait till my mom dies to post that.
Yeah.
So let's give it a
Maybe just like when you post it, you can do like where she can't see it.
blocker.
No, not block her, but you like make it to where she can't see that post.
Yeah, I can do that.
But it's man, and not only that. So that was like, of course, I knew that was true, and maybe that there's some people that were like, oh, did this shit? We're like, yep, sure did. But like, I can tell from I remember when you were first writing material for your first stand-up or your first open mic, and now reading that, like I can go back to that, and then go back to what you're doing now. Even in that like small amount of time, how much better you are. And not saying that early stuff is bad. It's just like it's
was bad.
No, it really wasn't though. It really wasn't. Let me fucking compliment you.
I'm so sorry.
Stop just waving it away.
I'm sorry.
It's good. It's good.
Thank you so much.
Hey, do you guys like our podcast where we just like stroke each other's fucking dicks?
That's all we've been doing.
That's great.
You're better.
You're so much better. You're more handsome. You're younger. Better beard.
No way.
Nah, dude, it
No
looks
way.
great.
Yours looks
Dude,
great.
your hair's so blonde.
Is it right now?
You've been out in the sun.
Dude, I've been.
You gotta glow.
I'm glowing, dude. Come see one of my open mics, dude.
I know. Let's talk about that. How I haven't even been to one. It's just life's hard out here.
On Monday nights?
On Monday we can do that. But are you doing it this Monday?
No.
Okay, so you're going golfing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Monday would be great. I didn't. So like there was that Wednesday that I knew that you were doing Helium on Wednesdays. Couldn't go to that. But I saw that maybe Jokers, but I didn't know what day that was. If that was a confirmed every week
Yeah.
kind of thing. I'm not trying to make excuses,
I've
but
been,
I could easily go.
I've been doing.
I can easily go. Let's
Good.
go.
Good.
No more excuses. I can
No
go.
more.
I can go.
None.
I'm not getting any younger.
I haven't been going to Helium on Wednesdays though. I've been going to Kokomo. It's just a little bar. It's not
Kokomo's still kind of a drive, dude.
40 minutes.
Not as far as Indy,
Hour and a
downtown
half.
Indy.
Yeah. So it's the round trip is just the one-way trip there. So. But I've been doing that, and I mean, I get a lot more time. I get 10 minutes. So I've been working on like really getting a solid 10 minutes.
That's
but
crazy.
Helium's
dude.
nice because
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
like,
long.
Dude.
It's long. But I did one where it was like 11 and a half minutes. I want to condense it down a little bit.
Would you be nervous if I was there?
No, I think.
Would it empower you?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think I would just be
Would
like.
you be like,
impressed.
hey,
I gotta impress him.
Yeah, you need to. I'm gonna be taking notes.
I'll just be like, instead of saying I brought my 2 friends, I'll be like, I brought my 3 friends. Depression, anxiety, and Peyton.
Yeah! And they'd be like, yeah, he's right there. Oh, you can see him because he's fucking giant.
I just want you to stand behind me the whole time I do my set.
Okay.
Just like this. Chest out. Flexing on.
I told you because we talked about how Monty said that you should just open your set if I were to do it. 30 seconds of just saying Hodor.
And it
And-
took
and
me a
then-
while for that
right,
to
to,
really
kick in.
be a great fucking joke. That's so smart.
Right? And I'm like, fuck you, Monty. Stick to your tattooing, my dude. He's like, but he was even like at the beginning, like he's like, no, this is gonna be great, and you'll know why about 20 seconds in when people are starting to squirm and fidget, be like, oh fuck, is this guy real?
Hodor.
Yeah, it's just, but like
Hodor.
don't break that character. You're Hodor for 25 seconds, and then you go in your bit, and people are like, the fucking Hodor guy.
Dude.
I'm like, fuck. People,
When you first
people
told
would
me-
be talking about it. I know, right? Because when I first heard it, I was like, no, that's not what you want to do. But the more that I thought about it, I'm like,
That's exactly what you
that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
God damn it.
I had to cancel my last
Why?
appointment. That was during the week where my brakes and my sump pump and my AC all went out. So I had to spend some money.
Your
on that.
ACL went out?
Yeah, my ACL hasn't gone out. My AC, my air conditioning
Okay.
unit.
All in 1 week?
Yeah.
You don't tell me those things.
I did tell you that.
I don't remember. Just kidding, dude. Just kidding, dude. We gotta get a tattoo.
We do. My buddy, who I told you is making the logo. He's been doing a bunch of other stuff as of right
Is
now.
he making it?
Yeah,
Like for sure?
yeah, and he's like charging $50 to do it. But he makes great shit. Like he makes
Good.
amazing stuff. And I told him about the Pelly bottle on top of that with Sad Boys, and it's gonna be so fucking
I'm gonna
good.
put it like
So the logo is gonna be like that's gonna be our podcast logo,
yes.
but it's also gonna be the tattoo.
Oh. Keep talking. I got pee.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it. Yeah, we back.
I'm not doing and we back and we back.
And we
you
back.
can't listen to the new Chance
I
album.
will. I will.
Hey, have you watched the new Aziz special?
No,
yet?
I have not.
Dude,
I haven't.
seriously, fuck off. What do you watch? Lil Peep videos all night?
Basically, Sad Boy mix from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. Before that is usually like
Crying.
yeah, just pure crying.
Dude, please watch.
Is it good?
It,
Does he talk about how the
he
allegation?
addresses it right out the fucking gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, he doesn't make a single excuse for it. He just says, I'm glad I'm not that person anymore.
Oh, so he said that all that happened. It was real. Because I wasn't even sure if it was like. I mean, like
don't
most of
think-
the allegations that were happening around not only him but other people were turning out to be true. I didn't know.
I don't think the allegation was anything like rape or anything like that. I think the allegation was just like, crossing a line on a date that he, maybe. I think he knew.
He knew he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just talks about, you just gotta watch it. Like he really, the way he handles it. But he never is like, he never makes an excuse. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna pop another one?
Fuck that mint shit, dude.
I don't understand how you buy it.
Well, I did because I didn't have any of this. That's why I bought that.
Listen,
I owed Tyler a pod anyway. He gave me a mango one day, and so I was like, yeah.
please watch it tonight.
I'm busy. I need to figure out food. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today.
I'm hungry again. I still haven't pooped. Damn. You're addicted.
I know. I'm so.
So am I, though. I
It's
think
such a problem.
this week, I'm not going to drink, smoke, chew, anything.
I saw that can up there.
It's almost gone. I'll be gone tonight.
Okay.
I will try and control my mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's so easy to just honestly, if we want to talk about like addictions and stuff like that, it's so easy to be like any sort of I would say even the most like minimalist inconvenience, I can just be like, well, I need something to alter how I feel
Oh,
or
it's a distraction.
how I think I need to alter because like I don't. But then before this, nothing.
Nothing. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah,
Is this my fault?
I got into it myself.
We used to fucking crush them cable crushes, boy.
Yeah, dude. Thinking about that, that's crazy. I will say that that this hits at a different level though.
No, it really does because it's way more nicotine.
And
It tastes way better.
you can do it literally
Anytime.
anytime.
Anywhere. Walmart, fuck it. Who
Fuck
cares?
it, I'm boofing in the fucking kicks aisle. Yeah, that's it. It's like when I get home and I just sit around and just drool all night. And even when we were doing like the crushes, I wouldn't do that in the house. I'd have to go outside and do it because I didn't want my house smelling. And
If one pod really equals one pack of cigarettes, holy shit.
bro, crushing.
Because, if you smoke a cigarette, that's maybe 5-10 minutes. 10 minutes. And then what, an hour later? Unless you're drinking.
Yeah.
And then you still have to take the effort to get up, go outside, or... I mean, it's still not just like, oh, right now's a perfect time.
Right.
Listen. Yeah, motherfuckers. I don't know, dude. I think we're gonna find out how bad these really are.
Yeah, like about
Really-
5 years.
Yeah, we're really finding out.
Yeah, it's I will say that, knock on wood, that's like, if I want to say that, I feel like that's like my vice, my one true vice is that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't feel anything about anything else.
Not to the point where it's like, oh, I need that.
Yeah, like when I think about that first hit when I wake up,
I'm
bro, so good.
I'm that way with carbs. I really like
Dude,
bread.
speaking of carbs, man, Mike has been killing the pasta game.
I can only imagine.
He made me some homemade pappardelle. Like he gave me a bag of pappardelle. And pappardelle is probably my favorite pasta. It's thick, wide noodles, almost like an egg noodle. And I cooked it at home. And he had extra because
he made the
that was a special. That was a special for a Tuesday, and I wasn't working on a Tuesday, and so he had just had extra for me. And I went home and I made pasta with it, and it was just like, you honestly, you have never had pasta in your life until it's homemade. And it's game changing. You go to the store and buy dried, it works. I mean, I still love,
But it's not the same.
but man, it's like when I first
It's
had,
different.
it's like when I first had Prisoner for the first time. I'm like, oh, this is what wine's supposed to taste like.
this is what it should taste like.
Oh my god, it's like his pasta is so good, and it's Korak back in the pizza, man, killing the pizza game, dude. Those pizzas are so fucking amazing.
I ordered 2 Bushwicks.
Dude, Bushwicks are so good. Bushwicks are, fuck.
I ate the whole thing.
Is that when you came in Friday? You ordered pizza, dude. The Bushwicks are fire.
Yeah.
You're just like you're like,
Oh. Ate the whole pizza, no problem.
yeah, no problem, and you don't feel like
Wanted more,
right?
but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like
You didn't feel like
Domino's.
yeah, or like Pizza Hut. You eat a full Pizza Hut. You're like, I'm gonna go KMS. But eat a full fucking pie from Bad Dad. My God,
Forget about
you
it.
feel like invigorated.
I feel like I was in Italy.
Pizza Maya.
New York guy.
Yeah. New York. Yeah, that is like for sure. Oh, these. I say that's my other vice.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might have
Caffeine.
caffeine. You don't drink coffee,
Caffeine.
but you like coffee.
It's okay. I'd prefer that. I like cold.
No, I
spark-
like iced coffee.
Yeah.
I got my guy's coffee, and you said it's good.
Yeah. I had when I went to Starbucks, I had a cold brew.
I've been drinking cold brew every morning, black cold brew.
It's so good.
I thought it was more caffeine, but it's less. It just tastes a lot better. It's like 60 milligrams less caffeine per ounce.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
no. Like
dude,
5
hot drinks just make me want to take a little nappy poo. A little sleepy.
What are those?
Hot drinks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, this is time for bed.
Yeah, like a little chamomile
This is what
tea.
you're supposed to drink.
Yeah.
Warm milk.
Yeah. Warm milk? Are you my grandma?
Oh, dude. Cornbread. Warm milk and cornbread.
The warm milk cornbread helps me go to sleep.
Yeah.
We're at hour 10.
10 hours of this?
Hour 10.
Hour 10.
Hour and 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't done, dude, when we were first going, we would
Dude, we,
do
yeah,
2
but
hours.
honestly, like, nobody listens to 2 hours of a podcast unless it's like fucking Supreme Joe Rogan
That's
shit.
why most people are doing like 30 minutes because they're like, oh, this is
The
what people
attention
have time
span,
for.
yeah, 15-minute podcast. Let's go.
Hey Nate, sorry, this was honestly a last second thing, and I don't know what to say. You will be with us.
He's definitely our next guest,
100%,
100%.
no doubt.
Yeah, we will make that work.
Call him
for
real quick,
sure.
see if we can get these last 5 minutes.
sure.
FaceTime him.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
just kidding. Hey, let's wrap it up, dude, and let's go cuddle.
All right. Thanks for listening. If you don't,
Fuck off.
We won't know.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye.